Hello everybody, this is me again, Heart in a Blender. I'm going to pick up where I left off last time. Let's see, I fixed that issue that I was having with my island where the waterfall was going off in a weird angle, but I fixed that, and as you can see I turned on the mist over here, and so it looks a little misty down there. Alrighty, so anyway, I fixed that. Okay, I'm going to start with some basics today. I'm going to go back. Okay, I'm going to do a new thing. Let's see. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go over some of the basics of Blender today for those that are looking for a beginner's tutorial. I guess I started off in the middle of some more advanced things, and let's do some beginning stuff now. Okay, so this is Blender. Alright, they start you off with a cube. Alright, I guess they call it a cube. Okay, you can move it down using the arrows, so up and down, moving by clicking on the blue. Okay, left and right by doing the red, or I guess it all depends on which axis you want to be on. I guess this would be the x-axis, or it's either x or y-axis, and this is the other axis. So this is either x, or this is x, or this is y, or that's the y. Alright, so this is a lamp. Alright, you can use it to light your objects, and so as you can see, that is putting light on this cube from this angle. Alright, and so this part of the cube is going to show up all black, but if I move it over here, then as you can see, it is lit from this side now. And if I move it around, okay, you can see in real time. You used to be able to do this in real time. I guess the new version is a little bit stranger. That's okay though. Oh, if you go into material mode, you can see that you can move the lamp around and light your object from different angles. Really cool. Alright, solid mode. This is the mode you will be typically working in, and this is, let's start modeling something, I guess. Well, let me go through these. Object mode. Okay, when you're in object mode, you're going to be messing around with your objects and you cannot edit them. When you are in edit mode, you can do fancy things like subdivide things into parts. Okay, you can either select edges and pull them out like that, okay, just by doing the arrow, or you can select entire lines and pull them out like that, so you get the edges right there. Okay, and then here, by clicking on this, you can select the face of something and you can pull out a face like that. Alright, or you can extrude it by hitting E. Extruding things just means that you make an entirely new box based off, or a new thing, or a I like to call them boxes just because that's what they look like right here, based off of, and it's entirely and separate from this face, and so you're creating new faces, and then you can angle them however you want, and extrude that, and then angle that down. This is how you build out things, just like that. Typically that's how you do it. There's several ways to do it, but this is way I have found to be the easiest way to build off of your initial object. Okay, there we go. I guess I've made some kind of elephant or piping or something. Let's go back. Let's see, so, okay. Alright, this lets you, by clicking on, okay, the transformation manipulators, you can rotate things. You can rotate like that, or if you select all of it, if you hit A, it will deselect everything. And if you hit A again, it will select all the objects. And then you can rotate them like that. Okay, like that. That's really helpful when you need to, when you're building something and you want to angle it and you don't know how to get the right angle. You can just move things around like that. Transformation lets you widen or make things thinner, so you can thicken or thin. You can make things taller, okay, fatter, skinnier, whatever. That way and that way. Alright, so you can make things grow. Alright, let's go back to our regular. There we go. Oh, that's still not. Okay, awesome. So there are your basic functions. Okay. Here's your materials. So if you select this little, it's like a ball or something like that, type to activate. It's a type of meshes or materials that you want to use. I go into edit mode so you can see what you're doing. And if you click on diffuse, alright, diffuse, here's a color. Okay, you can turn it any color you want. This will show you the brightness and the kind of light that's hitting your object. Specularity, that's how shiny things are, or I guess the color of the light that's going to be hitting your object. Yeah, there we go. Okay, if you want it to emit light, you can do that. So now it's shiny. Okay. If you want it to be shadeless, you can click on that if you don't want it to have any shading. If you want it to be reflective, you click on mirror. If you want, let's see this. If you want it to mess around with the shadows, if you want it to receive shadows, or if you want it to cast shadows, or if you don't want it to do any of those things, you mess around in this section. Let's see, where is shadows, use the mist, transparency. So if you want it to be transparent, okay, you're gonna go in here. Oops, I gotta go back here. This is specularity. No. Am I clicking on it? The right thing? Anyway. If you want it to be transparent, you're just going to turn up the Fresnel over here. Use transparency. I'm not sure. Okay. Ooh, so now it's going to be transparent. We'll mess around with this a little bit later. Alright. Wire mode, volume mode. Okay. Halo. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. So that's for like particles and things. Alright. But as you can see, Blender has plenty of cool functions that we'll be working with as we go along, and I hope that I can learn some things, and this is going to be fun and it's going to be awesome. I'm doing this basically to help other people learn and for me to learn myself. So, well, not to learn myself, but to learn Blender better, more gooder. How's that for English? Let's see. But okay, here's your world. This is what your world is going to look like. Alright, so you pick a horizon color, and the first thing you got to do is you got to select the value. So if you turn it all the way down, it's going to be dark, like night. Okay, but if you push it all the way up, okay, it's going to be like daytime. You can make it yellow so it looks like it's daytime, or that looks like evening. This more looks, the blue looks more like daytime, so I like to set it at a nice blue. Okay, if you want it to look like a paper sky, which is just flat, you click on paper sky. But if you want it to be a blended sky and you want to mix it with a different color, yep, turn that all the way up and then pick something nice, and it's gonna mix it in with it. Okay, let's see, real sky, that gives you a horizon line, but you usually don't want to select all of them, I guess. Paper sky, blended sky, yeah. That looks like a good mix right there, blended sky and real sky. Ambiance affects your object, and so you turn that up, and then ambient occlusion, let's see. Let's go back to our materials and see what's going on here. Transparency, okay. Let's turn down the intensity, there we go. kind of messed up some things. Let's get rid of let's go back into object mode. Let's go here, solid. Let's delete this real quick and get a new cube. Let's go back into edit mode real quick. Oh, let's grab that. Let's go into rendered. There we have a cube. Okay. Ambient occlusion, probably don't want that. Environmental lighting. So now, let's see, the indirect lighting is going to make it look orange because we selected orange. Let's turn that off and then environmental lighting. Okay. There we go. Let's make it green or something. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back into our world colors. Ambiance, let's turn down the ambiance. There we go. If you turn on the ambiance, this is the kind of lighting that's lighting up the object, so it doesn't. If you don't have any ambiance, then you're gonna have some pretty strong shadows on your object. Okay, well, I think that's enough for right now. We'll get to more modeling things in episode 3. Alright, we'll see you later.